Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Kang, and we are
the FI Resellers. And we're back together because I am over COVID and now Kang has it, so he can't give it back to me, which is good. But we are still kind of in a little bit of a funk, but our sales are out of the funk, so we are excited to share some great sales with you this week and back to our normal video format. So really excited to show you some of our best sales from the past week, share all of our numbers, and then share how our investments are doing. So make sure that you stay tuned for the whole video so you don't miss any of that. So here we have a Kate Spade dress, and Kate Spade is one of my favorite brands to sell. It usually sells for a good amount. It doesn't always sell like super fast, but this has been listed for a couple months now, and it just sold today for $45 plus shipping, which is really good. I had it listed much higher than that, but I decided to accept it because we have been just having a slow week last week, and then this week had started off kind of slow, so I wanted to get some momentum in our store. And I love this fringe on the bottom. I think this is such a cute dress. I think Kate Spade makes really cute stuff, so that's why I love selling it and picking it up. You know, just being able to sell things that I think are really nice and to be able to pick them up from the bins, that's always like a gratifying feeling. I am really happy with this sale, even though it didn't go for as much as I thought it would. $45 is still a great price considering I picked it up at the bins for, you know, about $2, maybe a little less than that. So really happy with this sale. I hope that the buyer really likes it.
All right, I'm about to go meet someone up and sell this Nike golf bag. This happens to be a 5 divider bag, and I picked this up originally because I knew that I could make my money back at least, and then there were a bunch of other golf clubs in here as well. This just sold, or actually this is going to sell on a local Facebook Marketplace meetup for $40. And so this is pretty nice. I mean, Nike doesn't make golf equipment anymore, as you might already know. And if you didn't, then it's kind of a bolo in that way because it's very limited. You know, obviously, once they stop making it, everything that is on the market will be pretty much the last of it unless they decide to make some more. So hopefully the buyer shows up and I can show you this clip.
I've got a really nice thick long sleeve here. It is by Double RL. Now this is definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. This is kind of a classic bolo brand. Even if you don't sell clothes, you kind of know about this line within Ralph Lauren that you should be on the lookout for. And this particular one has this really nice detail that looks almost braided. It's kind of raised in terms of how it's got this stitching as well. So really nice detailing to this. I know that the buyer is going to really like it. They paid $50 plus shipping. So the shirts within this line spread kind of pretty weird. It's a little bit here and there, but we're really happy to take $50. We're really doing this for momentum because, you know, we've had some pretty crummy weeks, and I think that we're going to have a really great week this time around. And hopefully we'll be showing you a lot more great sales too. So be on the lookout for Double RL, especially these plaid and, you know, fall type items. They do really well. The jeans do really well. So just be on the lookout for this logo. It's a great one to pick up. Pretty much, you know, I would pick this up even at maybe $15, maybe $20, and you know, just do your comps as usual, but definitely a great brand, great flip.
So here we have a polo by Ralph Lauren Nordic sweater, and Kang actually picked this up at the bins like a while ago. I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and was super excited to find it because he had seen on Lori's Boston Found that she had found one like this, and that these kind of sweaters from Polo Ralph Lauren are worth a lot of money. So this line in Ralph Lauren is definitely not always worth a lot of money, but depending on the piece, certain pieces can be worth good money, depending on the fabric content, and then also depending on, you know, just the item itself and whether it's desirable. So always look it up if you haven't seen that particular item before. And this sold for $80 plus shipping on eBay. So the buyer was all in $90.60, which is great. That was an awesome sale this week, and we are so excited to ship it out to the buyer. I think this is such a cool sweater. Very, you know, winter, fall, Nordic type stuff. So I'm really excited to have someone be able to wear this. Okay, so next we sold this pair of pants by Taylor Stitch, and it's the line Civic by Taylor Stitch, which is like a commuter line for them, and a lot of their items are made out of merino wool, And Taylor Stitch is an amazing men's brand to pick up. It has slowed down for us a little bit. I don't think it has the same velocity as it once did, but it is still a great pickup. So the buyer was all in on these for $89.80, which is a great price for just some plain pants. Taylor Stitch can go for a good amount, but we have gotten into an issue where if we buy it from like a buy sell trade store and we spend a little bit too much, which we're prone to do because, you know, we're just trying to use up buy sell trade credit, that we end up sitting on it for a little while just to try to make a good profit. But if you pick it up for cheap, it's definitely a good pickup and you can sell it pretty quickly. Just price it down a little bit more than what we did. But even still, this sold and we made a good profit on it. So really excited for this sale.
And lastly, we wanted to show one more sale that I didn't get a clip of because we're kind of in a rush. We were trying to meet this buyer for a Facebook Marketplace sale. And it was this pair of LL Bean boots. And they were nicely lined, the Sherpa lining. They're also called duck boots or bean boots. Some people call them since they're LL Bean boots. And so these sold for $50, local pickup, no fees, no shipping. You know how we like that. So that was a great sale. Facebook Marketplace has been like hit or miss pretty much our entire time we've been on Facebook Marketplace. We had 2 local pickups this week and it was just kind of weird where there are often times where it's like 2 or 3 in 1 week and then just ghost town for 3 or 4 weeks on end. So pretty interesting when that happens. We're happy to get these, obviously, you know, some big dollar sales. So be on the lookout for LL Bean boots like these. They're just great overall. The sell-through rate's pretty good, especially during this time, you know, the fall and the winter. So if you ever come across them, hopefully they're less than $10 or so, we'd pick them up.
Okay, so those are some of our best sales from the past week. Here are total numbers. We sold 34 items for a gross revenue of $981.52. Our cost of goods for those 34 items was $90.05. On eBay, we sold 22 items for $407.59. On Poshmark, we sold 10 items for $127.98. On Facebook Marketplace, we had those 2 local pickups, and we made a profit of $79.84. So in total, our profit from the week was $615.41. So that was pretty good. A good recovery from last week. You know, not exactly where we want to be in terms of overall for the month of October, but really happy, you know, to have some recovery, and hopefully next week will be a really good week as well. And so we'll make a good profit for the month of October. Like King was saying, Facebook is definitely hit or miss right now. It seems like there are more local pickup buyers than there are shipping buyers. And so I wonder if that's kind of the direction that Facebook is going. That's really how Facebook started. And so I wonder if that's what people are kind of interested in, if maybe buyers have been burned by, you know, Facebook shipping, or if it's like sometimes when I look on there, it's a lot of like wholesalers and stuff, so it's kind of hard to find what you're looking for because it's just a lot of things that, you know, you don't necessarily need and you weren't sure the quality of. So I wonder if that's your experience too. Let us know down in the comments. Do you sell on Facebook Marketplace? Do you buy on Facebook Marketplace? Let us know what your experience is. We'd love to chat with you down there.
The other thing we had going on were a bunch of sales. We also focused on momentum. The thing that we kept our minds on is, should we accept these offers and just keep things moving? And the answer is yes. Momentum is very important when we're trying to make sales, have a good week. We just feel like the algorithm works with us if we, you know, decide to take offers, reasonable offers anyway. And so we have been taking quite a few offers from buyers, and, you know, it works out very well to where we have a pretty successful week as well. So I think these next few weeks we're going to continue to try to do this so that we have great momentum into the last few weeks of the year. Okay, now it's time for our segment on building wealth. And this is where we talk a little bit about the money that we put into this total stock market index experiment that we've got going on for over a year. And we talk about building wealth in general. So we put $80 from our Facebook Marketplace profits into this experiment for you to see. This is how we're doing, more or less the same, about minus $1,500, $1,600. And so what we want to talk about here is just keeping the pace, putting in a little bit at a time. And so we do want to encourage you, if you're looking into investing, it doesn't have to be a whole lot. It doesn't have to be $80. It doesn't have to be $20 each week. You know, as long as you're trying to get something going, you can see the progress over a long period of time. And we just hope that you see that a little bit at a time really does make a difference. It does really compound.
Yeah, hopefully one day you'll see that.
Yeah. The other thing we wanted to talk about with building wealth is having conversations about money. Camilla and I have a lot of conversations about money, where our life will hopefully be, kind of the goals that we have for our lives. We have these pretty often, and I want to talk about building wealth in terms of having very broad conversations with the people you care about, especially your family members. If you're trying to build a life that you care about. When we were little, we were taught that, we have a certain amount of money for certain things. We didn't throw around the word budget, but we tried to keep within our means. And, those are the beginnings of what money talks look like. And if you have a family, hopefully that's somewhere that you can start to have conversations and, really kind of get into the depths of what money does and how that serves a purpose in your life. It's not the goal, it's just a means to a further goal where you're trying to build a life that you care about, the values that you uphold. And we use this money on the journey, but for a bigger goal, we're trying to get to a certain amount that helps us feel comfortable retiring so that we don't have to work anymore if we don't have to. And then our conversations sometimes shift to, what does that look like in terms of reselling? Can we do reselling full-time or part-time even? Once we hit that magical retirement time where we just get to do reselling, maybe 5 or 10 hours a week, each of us, just put in very minimal amounts of work, but still make a decent amount of money so we can cover expenses and just kind of ride the investment wave. So those are the conversations we have. You can't resell if you can't lift boxes and, do packing and carry 30 or 40 pounds of boxes and shipments to the post office. And so you can't be reselling forever. So you have to wonder where your money is then. Have you spent it all? Have you saved it? Have you invested it? So these are the conversations that we have. These are very long-term conversations. What is happening now? What's happening in the near future? What's happening in the far future? These are conversations that we constantly have so that we can really be on track. And we hope that you have these conversations, whether they be very simple at the very beginning so that you can get the conversations going, or if they're very complex, like some of ours sometimes get, that would be great too. So share with us in the comments if you are having those conversations, what those look like, and hopefully share some of those comments in the future, share some of those wins with the broader audience here, and maybe they'll get some inspiration from you and from us. So yeah, just having conversations in general are important, and we'd love to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, so make sure that you leave a comment down below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. We would love to have you as part of our YouTube community, and as always, we hope to see you in the next one.
Yeah, keep that passion burning, y'all. Hopefully the momentum is good for you for these next few weeks, these next few months through the end of the year. We're really hoping that this Q4 is going to be the best that you've got, that you've ever had, and we're really rooting for you. We'll see you later.
Bye.